Our investigation into the Phoenix Lights has led us to witnesses whose lives were forever changed by this mass UFO sighting in March of 1997. Multiple accounts describe a mile-wide V-shaped craft that slowly and silently glided over the city. But how could such a large vessel suddenly appear in the middle of a metropolitan area and then vanish into thin air? One theory that's often brought up to explain the presence of UFOs is wormholes.
Witnesses of the Phoenix Lights have claimed what they saw disappeared in the blink of an eye. Mike, how's it going?
Hey, nice to meet you, Ryan.
I want to find out what could cause something like that. We know black holes exist. We've proven this, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I want to get your thoughts on wormholes. Is this something that could actually happen?
Wormholes do exist as solutions to Einstein's theory of general relativity, which are regions of very curved space-time that could connect two very widely separated paths.
So is it possible that something from another galaxy could use that to travel here in a shorter amount of time?
You either need gravity to be modified beyond our current understanding, or you'd need some very exotic negative matter that had negative mass and could hold open the throat of that wormhole.
And that's not something we're able to harness or understand.
Not only do we lack the technological ability to create such a thing, we don't even know if the laws of physics permit it. And then in principle, what it would look like if the light was passing through that wormhole, you'd be seeing stuff coming from the other side, which wouldn't be disguised at all. It seems like it would stick out like a sore thumb.
So this would be very noticeable.
Yes, both wormhole travel or other alien visitations would probably leave so many unmistakable signs that we can safely kind of rule them out.
At this point, I still can't explain the lights that appeared over Phoenix at 8 p.m. But so far the proof to support involvement from extraterrestrial beings just isn't there. Hopefully our next witness can provide more answers.
He's got cameras set up all over his house.
Some people would think that's paranoid. I think that's smart.
I mean, he's constantly monitoring the skies of Phoenix. So if anyone knows what's going on up there, it's going to be him.
Come on in, guys. Come on in and have a seat.
We're going to be talking to Tom King. He's a witness to the Phoenix Lights. He can help us make sense of the two separate sightings in 1997.
Wow, look at this setup.
I feel like we're in a battle station.
Yeah. This is my control room where I monitor the skies of Arizona.
So what are we looking at here?
This is the video that I recorded on March 13th, 1997. Over here is the video that was shot by Mike Christian up in Moon Valley. And over here is the video shot in Apache Junction. I spent a great deal of time taking out all the camera movement and I stabilized it.
Now, were these for the 8 o'clock sighting or the 10 o'clock?
These are the 10 o'clock event.
I got 4 of them. Major sighting here.
It was pitch black out there, and unless you lived in an elevated position, or you had a house on a mountain, or you were farther north, you couldn't see these lights at all.
So there are some people who believe that the 10 o'clock event was basically the military trying to cover up whatever happened at 8:30.
That's the million-dollar question here. Maybe somebody just heard about the 8:30 event and told somebody, hey, launch everything you got. And that created the array of lights that I filmed, that Mike filmed. And if that's the job they intended to do, it worked. Let's look at the only footage that exists of the 8:30V. That boomerang that flew from northern Arizona down to Tucson. We have to put on the table that this is not from this planet. 8:30 event will never be explainable. The sheer size of this thing was gigantic. It didn't make a sound. It was stealth. It didn't show up on radar. Almost everybody I met that saw that 8:30 event, it changed their life. They became believers. Something from another world came here to visit us. I've never met anybody in my life who saw something that was military and had a religious experience from it and changed the entire course of their life from then on out. But that happened to thousands of people on March 13th.
Before Ryan and I review what our separate investigations found, I thought it would be helpful for us to get a forensic analysis of the Phoenix Lights videos. I reached out to audio and video expert Jennifer Owen to see what she can find.
Well, there's a lot that I see, and I'm excited about this phenomenon because it's pretty unusual to get footage from different people all of the same phenomenon at the same time. But as far as the audit trail and the reliability of the audit trail, we don't know because we're working on the VHS, pass through how many hands, uploads, downloads, but that does not mean that these videos are not reliable. Well, here's the exciting part. The conspiracy theorists are thinking these videos show a new type of aircraft, even though I cannot definitively say what it is. But without a doubt, these particular videos, even without an audit trail, they are not manipulated.
So dissipating seems to be the common denominator, I think, with all of these.
I don't believe those to be a craft. I think that the orbs are dissipating because they're flares.
Okay. Now we have several of the 10 p.m. videos, but this is the only video that we've been able to find from around 8 p.m. So what do you make of what we could be seeing in this one?
Now this one I'm excited about. Now we're seeing the sky, now we're seeing the mass. The power of video processing is now we can go frame by frame. And in doing so, we can see it's definitely a singular mass flying object.
This looks like a perfect V-shape to me.
It is. So it's geometrically sound. We can see the sky, but what about right here? There's nothing in between this mass right here. So that would lead us to believe that this is an aircraft.
We're meeting with Jennifer Owen, an audio and video expert. She's confirmed that none of the footage has been manipulated or animated. But can she tell us if what we're seeing is just lights or something else?
We can see the sky, but what about right here? There's nothing in between this mass right here. So that would lead us to believe that this is an aircraft. This is a pretty big aircraft that holds its shape and these 5 lights moving as a singular unit throughout the video.
Jennifer, there have been many reports of a triangular-shaped craft. So I'm wondering, in this 2019 video that I sent you that was taken near Albuquerque in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, what are you seeing there?
Let's take a look. We'll just scroll in a little bit. Looks familiar, right? We're seeing something very similar in structure and framework to what we saw in 1997.
Is there anything else you can make out to discern what type of aircraft these could possibly be?
Well, this happened both around military bases. If we're judging by 1997, my best guess at that particular time, if it's not otherworldly, it would have to be a B-2 bomber.
I think there is a good chance that this is some sort of experimental aircraft, maybe the B-21 Raider. It seems to fit these specifications of what we're seeing.
It may very well be.
We don't know because it hasn't been released yet.
What I definitively think is they're both aircrafts. Maybe it was your typical flying exercise that, once again, we're on a need-to-know basis and we didn't need to know.
If we go back to the beginning, right? March 13th, 1997, the sun set at 6:35 p.m. in Tucson that night. So that means the planes were in the air between 7:35 and 8:35. They were most likely already in the air when the boomerang was seen over Phoenix.
Okay, so you think that all of this could be attributed to flares then, even the boomerang?
No, I don't think that everything was flares. Let's go to the videos, right? The videos we know are not doctored. Those videos are real.
Right, there's no CGI, they're completely authentic.
Then we have our A-10 pilot, Jeff Booker. He was there that night. He was flying, he was in the air, and he said he dropped flares.
I'm willing to admit that everything seen at 10 o'clock, the videos, everything reported was most likely flares. I'm totally open to that, but for me, I keep going back to that first event where all of these witnesses said they saw a solid craft. And not only that, the flight path through Phoenix, through Tucson, that's not flares, Jen. That's definitely not flares.
So if there was a craft, where did it go? It just disappeared?
I don't think it disappeared. I think it's possible it went somewhere else. Look at Clifford, who showed us the petroglyphs. These swirls could represent something like a wormhole, a way for some other intelligence to get here, bend space and time.
We don't know for sure what that particular symbol is, so I can't necessarily get on board with that. But one thing that has stuck out to me during this whole investigation are two witnesses in particular. The pilot who wants to remain unidentified and the nurse Dave Parker that we interviewed at night. You know that I'm not easily swayed by witness accounts, but with these two, they were so close to what they saw. They were so close to the craft. They remembered it like it was yesterday. They have nothing to gain. As a matter of fact, the pilot has a lot to lose by coming forward.
Everyone does. Anyone who reports these UFOs is ridiculed. They're called crazy. But I mean, look at the witnesses we spoke to during our Area 51 investigation. Their reports mirror what we're seeing in Phoenix. The same shape of the craft, the same way it maneuvered. I mean, what I saw when I was a kid was exactly what these people are seeing.
All of this leads me to believe that it has to be some sort of experimental military prototype. It has to be. Now, why they would choose to fly it over a heavily populated area, I can't tell you.
And I will say the fact that the same lights are being seen 2 decades later is puzzling to me. The 2019 event really raises questions.
So if it was an experimental craft, though, where did that technology come from? When we have even pilots coming to us saying the technology it represents is far more sophisticated than anything we have, where does that leave us?
I know what you're getting at, and I can't say that I know for a fact that this was reverse engineered.
So I understand why these people can't explain what they're seeing, but they know it wasn't flares, and they know it wasn't a plane. We're dealing with something so far beyond that that I don't know where that technology could possibly come from.
But the question remains, where did that craft go? If it did in fact exist, where did it go?